Today I'm joining the Tunisian squares. I have made 35 of them. So this little blanket is 5 squares wide and 7 squares long. I need to get up nice and close to show you what sort of join I've decided to use and to tell you why. As I was making this, I realised that when you make your Tunisian project, you won't have the size issue that I've had because you won't change your hook midway through your project, and therefore your squares will be the same size and you'll just be able to do the single crochet through both squares at once instead of having to do this alternating single crochet all over the place like I've had to. What we have here is a single crochet, but it's not through both sides at one time. It's on each side alternately. So single crochet one side, then single crochet the next. I had originally tried the one that is single crochet one side, chain in the middle, single crochet on the other side, chain in the middle, and it just didn't look very nice at all. Yes, it allowed for the squares to be flexible and able to move because these squares aren't exactly the same in size. So this single crochet method I came up with allows you to modify the joining so it still looks good and the squares still look straight. I'll explain that to you while I'm doing the actual join. It allows you to utilize the corner on the side and the corner around the top if necessary, if one of your squares is too long. I'm doing my vertical rows first for no particular reason, that's just how I do things. Now we have 35 Tunisian squares here, none of which are exactly the same size. So what I do is, with your yarn end in your right hand, making a loop, pulling up a loop to make a slip stitch on our hook. Doing it that way makes it movable, so you don't have that very big loop at the beginning of your work that can look unsightly. So I choose the square that is the longest, which is the green one, only just. So I start my work in the corner of the green square. Okay, doing one single crochet. It's a standing single crochet actually. Then bringing your other square over from the next row and doing a single crochet in the corner. Now I hold them together and I don't do a single crochet through them all like you can do. I just do a single crochet in the next stitch available. So from one side to the next. Single crochet in one square and then into the next. In the green square and then into the next. And do this all the way along. If one of the squares is too wide and is hanging over at the end, I will show you how to rectify that issue. But don't try and do it up the side of the square because it'll be very noticeable if you put 2 stitches into the one. But there is a way around it towards the end where the corner is of the square. So we just keep alternating between both squares with a single crochet. Let me show you how we're going over this way. So that's looking nice and neat, and that's as neat as it can be too. Okay, into there. next one in the green. As you can see, it doesn't take very long to do, and this is my last vertical run. Then we'll do the horizontals. You can see here that this square on the left hand side is a little bit bigger than the one on the right now. So we need to go over the other side. This side, that side, this side, that side into the corner. Now this side, actually that one works out a-okay. There we go. Then all we do is straighten up our work so we know exactly where we're going. Righto, we have finished off the first row. Now we're going to put together the second row squares. And I feel like they're pretty well the same length. Now my last stitch was done in the left-hand side square. So I'm going to do the first stitch of the next row into the right-hand side square. So popping your hook through the loop in the very corner, pulling up a loop for a single crochet, yarn over and pull through 2. Now we pick up the left-hand side square and we go into the corner, doing a single crochet. We go the right-hand side with a single crochet, left-hand side, single crochet, right-hand side and left-hand side. So this method allows the squares a bit of movement because, like I keep saying, they're not exact, and if you tried to join them up with, say, a single crochet through both sides, one side would look a little bit puckered. They just need that little bit of space to move. Okay, so we're alternating left-hand side, right-hand side, left and right. So far, we're going okay. Left-hand side, right-hand side, left and right, left and right, left-hand side, right-hand side, left, right, left, right, under 2, left, right, left, right, left, right, left hand in the very corner of the square, and same with the right hand side. There we go, those two finished up neatly. And this is what our work is looking like at the moment. All the vertical rows are being joined. Next one is this. Picking up our squares just to see how they measure up against each other. Yeah, that one's fine. So we keep going. Our very last stitch was done on the right hand square, so we'll do the next stitch on the left hand square into that very corner space with a single crochet. Over to the green square into the corner, with a single crochet. Oops, here we go. Single crochet on the left, single crochet on the right. I am going to leave you to go now, doing all your vertical joins, and then we'll regroup together to do some horizontals. Okay? I'll see you all soon. Here I'm able to show you how one square is a little bit longer than the other and how to deal with that issue. Okay, so we need to do single crochet on the right hand side, single crochet on the left. Now you can see that the left still has one more row to go and the right hand side doesn't. What you can do is do a single crochet into the top of the right hand side's corner, and then a single crochet into the left, and there you'll see that this side has gone up the side and around the top a little bit, but it's so minimal and not so noticeable, especially when you move on to the next squares. Checking out the next square's width, I actually think the square on the left is a little longer than the one on the right. Let's see how we go with that. It's time to do the single crochet into the right hand square because we're alternating sides, and then single crochet into the corner of the left hand square. Now to the right and the left, to the right and the left. Keep on going with this square and we'll see how the end pans out. These two squares have ended up working out perfectly. A single crochet on the left in the corner and a single crochet on the right. And that one is done. We've got two more and we've finished all our verticals. Oh, I think that green one has a bit more in it than the one on the right. Okay, let's get going. We need to do our green square first, so that's a good thing. Into the corner. And now our blue. Bringing our work together. Turn that over so it's right side facing. And into the next stitch. That's got it. Now this one is a surprise. The square on the right has actually turned out to be longer than the one on the left. So it's the left hand's turn for a single crochet in the corner. Now the right hand is a single crochet up in the top of the corner, and then we need to get joining with the left hand square so that that can be more equal. Let's have a little look. These final two squares seem about a-okay. So we've had our last single crochet on the right hand square. Now we'll bring it over and pop it into the left hand square. Now adding in our new right hand square, single crochet in the corner, left hand square, right hand square, left and right, left and right. Keep doing this to the end of the row. Here's the end of our very last vertical row. We're going into the very corner of the left hand square and the same, the very corner of the right. Popping our work down, snipping off our yarn, pulling that through, and we'll deal with our yarn ends a bit later on. What we need to do now is the exact same thing, just in all the horizontal rows. So I'll get started just to guide you along, and then I think you'll be fine to go along the rest of the way on your own. I've turned my work around so that I have the working end nice and close to me. Yarn end in the right hand, making a loop, pulling up a loop for a slip stitch. Now we're going to pick up now we're just going to check our squares and make sure they're not terribly uneven. Okay, the green one is bigger, so I think I'll start with the green one. Single crochet into the corner, picking up the left side, single crochet into that corner. Now into each stitch. Alternating on each side. We've come to the end of the first square, and now we need to go over the joining ridge from the vertical side. So picking up your work, the next single crochet needs to go on the right hand side. So we will go across that vertical ridge into the right hand side of the square. Then skip the ridge and do a single crochet into that left hand corner. Now over to the right, finding your stitches, and to the left. As you're working along, be sure to check each side to make sure you haven't skipped one of the stitches. I actually did skip 2 of them in this one, so I had to frog that little bit, and now it's nice and even. It was becoming uneven in the amount of stitches, which made me think better check the other side, because I had actually missed some. So we're up to this vertical join, and again we're just going to go straight over onto the right hand side as it's the next one in order. Okay, let's move on along. There's the first horizontal row done. Now for the second. There's horizontal row number 2. Now rows 3 and 4. And now we have all the horizontal rows complete. I think I'm going to give this blanket a good blocking so it does open out these stitches, and they'll look a whole lot nicer that way too. All right, I am going to see you really soon when we come together in the next video to crochet a border. See you then. Bye for now.